Hi, this is your training for being a STEM tour ambassador. So, thank you so much for being interested in this. Hopefully, we've got some folks who have gone on the Extreme STEM tours as an eighth grader, and now you are coming back and you are willing to be an ambassador for those who are going on the tour again. So, I am Miss Smith and I help with the STEM Council, and I work with all of your teachers, and I'm excited to do this training with you. So, the first thing are expectations for being an ambassador. So, first, you're going to arrive at the middle school that you're going to be assigned to at 7:30 a.m. and you're going to check in the front office. They should have a list of your names and know where you're supposed to be going. You are going to sign up with your high school teacher, and you are going to actually sign up with a teacher that is at the middle school. So they have a form that I will show you. And it is right here. And they have this form, and you can put your name beside a homeroom teacher's name from that middle school. So if you have a particular teacher that you want to work with, you'll have the ability to sign up and to work with them. So you'll check in, and of course, you're going to be on your best behavior. You're a role model for that middle school group, and you are an example for others, and you're representing your high school. We ask that you wear a school t-shirt, so a high school shirt representing your pride and in your high school. Make sure everything follows dress code, of course, and wear closed-toed shoes because you might be going through some facilities that require closed-toed shoes. So everyone should be wearing closed-toed shoes. So make sure you arrive on time or early. You are going to get a permission slip that you need to signed. It looks like this. You need to have given this to your high school teacher prior to the trip, and you need to get that signed by your parents. That's your permission slip. Make sure that you ask respectful questions while you're on the tour. Sometimes folks on the tour will ask if anybody has any questions, and middle schoolers might be hesitant to ask questions. So feel free to ask questions for them. So kind of be listening for questions that you could ask at the end of the tour to kind of guide the conversation as their leader. Make sure that you consult with your teachers that you have for your classes ahead of time, and make sure that they're cool with you missing class and being an ambassador. You have to bring a bagged lunch. There will be nowhere to buy food, so you have to bring your lunch, okay, and drinks and any snacks and all that kind of stuff. Feel free to make friends with the other STEM ambassadors. Early college is going to be paired with a traditional school ambassador, and so you guys probably don't know each other, and you can make a new friend, and that would be awesome. And you guys are going to give a presentation together, which I'll go over in just a second. We will return to the middle school around 2 p.m. After our tours, sometimes sooner. Just to make sure that everybody can catch the bus if you ride a bus home. And you do have to provide your own transportation to and from the middle school because the buses are only going to the middle schools. So make sure you can get to your corresponding middle school. I'm going to go over the presentation that you're going to give to the middle schoolers when you get to the middle school the morning of. You'll have about 20 minutes with them. And this is a presentation that you're going to go over. So basically, you're just telling them some tidbits about high school and kind of cluing them in on what high school looks like. So how to be successful in high school. So you're explaining that you're a STEM ambassador. You can talk about some of the graduation requirements, English, math, science, different things like that. There's a couple of pages here. You don't have to get into too many details because it's a lot of information. Do know that there are 3 EOCs that you have to pass, and of course, state exams for Math 1 Bio and English 2. So that's important. The grading scale is on a 10-point scale, which they may not be used to. There's honors versus advanced placement courses. Remember, honors, you get a half a credit more on your GPA, and then AP, you get 1 full point more. Career and College Promise basically allows you to take college courses while you're in high school. You have to have a minimum GPA of 3.0, so it's really important to make those good grades to have a B average, basically. And you have to be a high school junior or senior, but this basically knocks out some of the college courses that you'd have to take, which is really awesome and saves you a bunch of money. We also have CTE pathways, same basically eligibility requirements. Usually folks that take a CTE pathway will come away with some sort of certification after the series of courses that they take. We have a curriculum articulation agreement, which basically allows, again, for something similar. There's a CTE post assessment, and basically with the articulation agreement, students can enroll in community college within 2 years of their high school graduation date and can graduate and receive dual degrees, if you will. So that's pretty cool. We also have the early college high school. Definitely talk about that. The early college teacher, or excuse me, ambassador, can talk about this since they go to that school. Explain, what you need to do to get into early college, what it's like, what you love about it. Kind of go over those options with students because we have some 8th graders that will apply. Let them know that if they fail a course in high school, they do not get credit. They just don't get passed on. They have to make up that class. So no failing high school classes. Talk about how paying attention in middle school does help them succeed in high school. It makes life a whole lot easier, and they remember stuff, which is really helpful. Volunteering and extracurricular activities. Talk about how colleges love to see these things on transcripts and how it's really a requirement for all colleges, and so they need to make sure that they are doing clubs and volunteering. Letters of recommendation, they're going to need them for college, right? And so make sure that you keep a good relationship with your teachers, and particularly the teachers that you would want to need a recommendation for. So if you want to go into science, then have a great relationship with your science teachers, right? There's lots of funding for college. There's scholarships, grants, there's loans, there's part-time work. So everyone can go to college, no matter how rich or how poor you are. Everyone just pays for it a little bit differently. Brunswick Community College has an AA, which is an Associate in Arts, and an AS, Associates in Science degree programs. And these programs are great because they transfer to 4-year universities. Opportunities at BCC. There are several different opportunities, particularly nursing is really great. There's lots of medical opportunities at BCC. Phlebotomy, pre-major in nursing in order to transfer to a 4-year university. There are others, accounting, biotech, cosmetology, turf grass management. So definitely go over these opportunities because we want to show folks what local things are here. This advice page is really like, what kind of high school advice do you have for these guys? What should they do to be successful in high school? Should they listen to their teachers? Should they try not to be tardy? Should they try not to be absent? What do you find contributes to your success? And then also go over how to be a great audience member. During the tours, they're expected to, not be loud and ask great questions. So discuss that. Phones away, no pictures unless they ask permission. And questions, encourage them to ask great questions throughout the day. Here's your works cited, and thank you so much for volunteering for this. You guys are awesome, and you're going to have a great time. And I know that you'll be great ambassadors for these eighth graders. Thank you so much and have fun.